Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're at. So I thought I'd try something different Instagram Live today. I've been kind of thinking a little bit more, actually not a little bit, a lot about the idea of content creation and how I think social media has had the platform to allow for all of us to connect. And as much as I love sharing my art process with all of you, and as much as I love, being able to be a part of the creative community, I started to think about the importance of the type of content that's out there, and if I myself is putting content out there that's actually, oh, thank you so much, Sophia. That I'm putting content out there that's really potent and actually is benefiting people, and that there's like substance to it. And I think that that's something that I'm really. Oh, do you want to come on with me? Sure. Hold on. How do I do this? How do I do this? Go live. Yay! I'm bringing somebody on. Let's try this out. So I wanted to do something impromptu so that. Oh, okay. Hi everybody. And talk about some issues and some things that have been on my mind, and I thought I'd kind of change things up a little bit here. That's okay, no worries. Um, because yeah, I really want to bring value to everybody that has chosen to follow along my account and my journey. And I think it's deeper than just creating. 大丈夫よ. I think it's deeper than just creating things to look at, I think. And Instagram's great for showing beautiful things, and it's always inspiring for me too. But I'm always interested in how can we go deeper, as individual and as a community. How can we connect on a deeper level, through the things that inspire us and that is interesting to us. So I thought I tried different ways of exploring this idea and kind of sharing that with you. And one of them is to kind of talk about, or getting onto Instagram Live, kind of showing you like the back story of things, anything that comes to mind, some thoughts that are a little bit longer than just sharing them on stories. I thought I could do like this. So it's more like I guess people would say it's more like a vlog or something. But yeah, so I'm going to try it out. I would love to hear what your thoughts are of this format. I'm still going to be coming on to answer questions as always and do some studio time. Hi, I know who you are. But today, so what I wanted to share a little bit is I have some thoughts that have been going on, and I'm getting ready to leave soon to drop off some artwork for a show that I'll be participating in, which is really exciting. It's really interesting. I'll be sharing a little bit more when I get more information. But while I do that, I wanted to share some of the things that I do before I leave to get ready. And during that, I wanted to kind of share some thoughts. And if you wanted to, oh, hello, Trampoline Studio. Hi. If there's anything that you want to chime in and share with the community or share with me, or you want to talk about, please feel free to join in. It's really easy flowing, free flowing today, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to try it out. Okay, so my routine usually before leaving anywhere is I don't wear a lot of makeup usually, as you can see. I have nothing on right now actually, and I wanted to go through my routine, and while I'm doing this, kind of feel like we're in the same intimate room together and talk through some stuff. So, anyways, I'm just gonna get started here. So, one of the things that have been on my mind lately, again, is this whole idea of bringing potent content. Not content. That sounds so advertisery kind of thing. Nothing wrong with advertisement, but okay. See you later. Good seeing you. Thanks for joining. But sharing things that make a difference, I think, and that means being vulnerable and sharing things that maybe might make other people feel a little bit uncomfortable. Even yourself sharing it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but I think that's okay. I think that being vulnerable is a lot of times, we try to avoid it because we're afraid of getting hurt. And I just thought it was kind of an interesting metaphor. It's similar to like wearing makeup, where you kind of cover up the things that maybe you might not want to share with the world. um, but the weird thing is that, a lot of people don't even notice these things. Like, for example, right now I'm like putting on this um, under like foundation. It's actually by Jane Iredell. I don't know if people are interested in what I'm wearing, but it's like this BB cream. It's really nice, actually. She does. I use a lot of natural products because I'm really sensitive to a lot of chemicals, including art chemicals too. So there's a lot of mediums I can't use, but even with makeup, I have to be really careful. Otherwise, I get bad reactions. So Jane Iredell is really great for that. She makes really, or the company makes really nice makeup that my skin seems to be okay with so far. So I'm thankful. But yeah, so talking about this idea of like putting out there images of what you want people to kind of see about you, but you're trying to hide certain things because we don't like to be vulnerable and we're scared about people knowing about intimate things about ourselves. And I'm not an advocate of putting everything out there. Like, I'm not about if you want to, I think that's fine, but you don't have to become like reality TV and just like share everything with the world. But I think there's a sense of intimacy and there's a sense of connectiveness when we're able to be comfortably vulnerable. Sometimes uncomfortable. Yeah, sometimes uncomfortable, but to be vulnerable and to share parts of ourselves that are imperfect. And I think that is what other people connect with, because none of us are perfect, um, and yet we all try to strive to show this perfection when we're sharing ourselves online, which I think is really interesting as well. It's a very um, interesting thing to think about. At least for me, it's a very psychological thing that I think about. Even when I'm doing my artwork, it's the idea of how to be as authentic and revealing as possible. And so, will you be live about painting later? Not today. Today I'm trying to do something different. So no painting today. I actually was painting this morning. I'm working on a project, but today it's just kind of talking about some thoughts and trying something different to see how everybody likes it. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Cause yeah, I've been thinking about doing live, maybe more spontaneous like this. So not so much programmed, but um, oh, I'm glad. Not so much program, but I want to be able to share again. So like the authentic self, I want to kind of share with everybody, to the point of my own comfort level, I guess. Some of the other things that happen behind the painting. Like I always am interested in why someone or an artist paints what they do, and I think that art, any kind of creative endeavor, music, dance, acting, whatever it is, it's a very revealing art, form of expression. And so I'm always curious as to why someone paints the way they do, or why someone sings the way they do, because at the end of the day, I think that's kind of the purest form of their spirit. So I like to read about, people's behind the scenes stories, where they're from, like biographies, because it really does paint a good picture and kind of gives you a depth of their work that you might not otherwise have realized. And for me, it kind of gives me more appreciation to what people do. So I thought maybe if I can come on and share with you more of like the parts of myself that I might not really show too much on my, everywhere else on social media, that would be a really great way to connect. And it's also because I think that there's this sense of wanting to. Good. I'm glad you agree, because I, as beautiful as the final product is, I think that as a society we celebrate the final product, which I think is awesome, because that's what kind of gives you like this sense of inspiring. And oh, thank you, I really appreciate it, thank you. um it's awe inspiring, and that's what gives you like inspiration to want to create and do the things that we see all around us. But I also think there's so much beauty in the process and how the person got there, and like the continual growth. And with anything in life, everything's very intertwined. So I'm actually really curious about, you know does the perception of what I do change based on what I share with other people? Like, some people might find out about what I do because of they might see my artwork on Pinterest, for example, just example, or they might read something. But, if they were to get a sense of who I am, in the everyday life, would that change their perception? Not good or bad, just a different change of of the way they see things. And I think that because we, you know, oh, thank you so much. Good night. Thank you. Um, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody's comments. Thank you for joining. Oh, and I'll put this on YouTube as well, so you can tune in and send questions, and we can have conversations afterwards as well. But thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so this is the connection that I have with all of you, and I value each and every one of you very much. Unfortunately, due to my own energy resources, I can't. I wish, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's something I can do someday, where I can meet like every single person and have a conversation before I leave the planet. That would be amazing. But I think this is the closest that we can get, where you can get a sense that I am a real person and that I'm not perfect in any means. Not to say that anybody thinks that about me, but no um, there's no really mystery to the things that I stand for. I think that I'm just um, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that I think by sharing this other parts of myself, the more vulnerable, real parts, that people, I hope that you feel connected to me, because I feel very connected to what I do, and my interest is connecting with people on a very spiritual soul level. So I'm just trying this out, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very interested, excited. Okay, so again, kind of putting on my face before I go out. I don't wear makeup all the time, but sometimes. And this also too is a really interesting conversation I had. So, um, there's this woman that I know of, who I love dearly, and she is so opposite of me. Like, she's glam, beautiful. Oh, thank you. Um, and she's always put together, like her face and everything. Oh, thank you so much for following. Well, everybody, thank you so much for your comments. I'm always so humbled by them. I truly am. Thank you. So yeah, so she's the type of person who wakes up in the morning, and if I see her, her makeup is like perfect. She's always very glamorous, and I think that it's great. And there's recently been conversations about how, as people, I think it's not just women, men and women included, but how we decide to present ourselves to the world, and how some cultures, it feels like you have to wear makeup all the time, or oh, I'm gonna go deliver some artwork in a little bit. um, that sometimes people, some societies or some cultures make you feel very, what's the word? Not ashamed, but it's almost like, if you don't, as a woman, wear makeup, then you're not doing the right thing, or you're not being the right way, or whatnot. And um, I've had conversations with other people, older women and men, who, when I don't wear makeup, they'll say to me like, "Oh my gosh, you look so dead. You're not looking womanly, and you're at a certain age where you should be wearing makeup, and at least wearing like red lipstick or something to make you look more alive." And when I first heard that comment, I immediately was, taken aback, because I never thought about it like that. For me, makeup has always been something. It's just an expression, kind of like an art form in itself. I think of it as not really, well, yeah, I guess kind of painting on your face, right? So it's just a way of expressing yourself, but it's never been a necessity for me. I think it's always just been kind of, well, no, I take that back. It was a necessity for me when I was growing up, because I had a lot of acne and like facial issues. Yeah, and I think as I get older, it's interesting, because I see more and more people around me, men and women actually, who are very concerned about this idea of looking proper, and having to wear makeup in order to be presentable, or whatever that means. So I started to kind of investigate this whole idea of how we present ourselves, and why we yeah, natural is great. And I think there's different ways of being natural. Um you can do natural makeup, you can do natural, you can do um you know glammed out. I mean, I think like RuPaul style, I think that's all great. And but I think the important thing is choice, having a choice to present yourself in the way, in the world that you like. for example, fashion, and all the different ways that we express ourselves as people. I think it all stems from the same place of, are you doing it because you want to be accepted by others and it's not for yourself, or are you doing it as self-expression because you feel beautiful doing it and that it's something that makes you want to go out in the world, and it's just it's more for like a self boosting type of thing. So for example, again, this woman who is like the glamazon, I asked her, I was like, so why do you wear makeup all the time? And why is it that, you always want to be putting like your face out there? Like, why is it so important to you? I was just curious, no judgment or anything like that, just pure curiosity. And she said to me, and it makes sense that she was like, I feel beautiful when I wear makeup. When I look in the mirror and I have full on face with red lipstick and the whole everything every day, she feels alive and she feels beautiful. And I think when I heard that, I was like, okay, so yeah, I agree with that. I think that, when you wear makeup for, I mean, of course, you want other people to think that, you look beautiful and that makes you feel beautiful. And I think that's all great. But, yeah, but it's more about, the reason behind it. Why is it that you're, wanting to put that image out there? And I think about this all the time where, not just with the clothes and the makeup and all this other stuff that, we are bombarded with every day, but even with artwork, it's like, why do I choose to paint certain things? Why do other people choose to create certain things? Is it because it's a form of true self-expression, or is it because you're trying to prove something? What is the motive behind it? And again, it's nothing, no judgment, no saying right or wrong. It's just purely in terms of what's the word I'm looking for here? Purely in terms of kind of examining and just seeing, the reasons why we do the things we do. I think isn't it fascinating? Because nobody ever tells us when we were, born and we come out of the womb that we have to put on makeup or that we have to be a certain way. It's like we are who we are. And then as years go on, we learn different things and we do different things for certain reasons. And I think it's quite fascinating. Oh, hold on a second. Wouldn't it be nice if you let us choose the color of your lipstick for today? Oh, do you want to? Yeah, that's fine. I never thought about that. That's kind of fun. Okay, sure. I'll show you which ones I have. I don't have anything too crazy though. um but yeah, so as I put my makeup on, these it's a good time for me to think about things, so that's why I'm kind of doing Instagram live, because I thought it'd be kind of fun to share some of my thoughts. Not all of them are cohesive, and not all of them are, like breakthrough thoughts, but um nonetheless, this is kind of what goes on in my mind. Even when I'm not painting or writing things, it's always thinking about things and viewing them. But yeah, so choices. I think that's so important. As humans, we are all one, but at the same time, we are all, individuals as well. And so I think that it's important that we, not only in our own personal lives, but even when we are talking to other people, or even when we are engaging with strangers, that there's not a sense of, us telling people what to do. I know that, everybody, even including myself, we can find ourselves suddenly thinking that we know more than someone else. And, like I said, we all fall into that trap. But um, of the idea of not only respecting the other person's thoughts, but of allowing that person to have a choice, whether they want to share or not, whether they want to be close to us or not. I think that we can put out there what we would like. I think that's fine, but not forcing anybody to do anything that they might not align with. And doesn't mean that they won't align with it ever. It's just that it's one thing to plant seeds of thoughts, like this is some things that maybe you could think about, but it's another thing to tell people what they should be thinking. I don't think that I think that really takes away from another's not only choice, but in a lot of ways, you take away from the opportunity for them to discover things about themselves. What is it that is necessary in their life at this current time, kind of thing. Um, yeah, it was brought to my attention recently, something that I never thought about before, and it was really interesting actually. But so the situation was that the one person had asked me, it's a very everyday kind of thing, and I never thought about it this way until, oh, hello, thanks for joining. I never thought about it this way, but someone had asked if they can um have hold on a second, I'm kind of drawing my eyebrow here. I have to concentrate, or my eyebrows are like not the same height, so I have to concentrate a little bit here. Okay, so someone had asked if they can have this bottle of wine. And, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, yeah, sure. But actually, before that, can I ask, the person who gave it to us to see if it's okay that we open it? I don't drink wine, but they wanted it, so okay. And then when I asked the individual who brought it, like, oh, is it okay if we open this bottle of wine? It was brought to my attention that by me telling the person who asked, kind of like, oh, okay, but let me ask first, it doesn't allow for the person that I'm asking permission for to open it. So the person who brought it doesn't allow them to say no. Because even though I'm making it seem like there's a choice, right? By saying, hey, is it okay if we open your bottle of wine? By already saying to the person who asked, like, oh, yeah, it's okay, but let me ask first, it's almost like they can't say no, right? Because if they say no, it makes them look like the bad guy, pretty much. And then it dawned on me, like, oh, I never thought about it like that. It was just so nonchalant to me, like, oh yeah, but hold on, let me ask. So in my head, because if it was me, if someone were to say, actually, no, they don't feel like opening right now, I wouldn't be offended. I'd just be like, oh, okay. But that doesn't mean that other people feel like that. It doesn't mean that that's how other people would take it. Maybe if someone were to hear no, they would be really saddened by it, or they might feel really bothered by that. So in order for it to be handled in a way that would respect both parties, what I've realized was the person who asked if, I would just say to them, not yes or no, but just simply, hold on a second, let me ask, or hold on a second, let me get back to you, or something where it allows the other person the opportunity and the choice, the space, that's important, the space to say yes or no freely. And it was for me to create that space for them. And so it started to make me think like, oh, so how can we as individuals in what we do, whether it's for me, yes, it's crucial. It's really crucial because it's such a small, minute thing that causes friction. It's a very small incident, but it applies to so many things in our lives. And I was thinking, even more so in the language that we use when we communicate with other people, like the words, how we use those words can really change the perception of how another person um, relates to what you're saying. And I was thinking even further into, for example, the artwork that I do. How can I create pieces that um, not only entice and invigorate and inspire, but at the same time create that space so that the other person who views it has the space and the opportunity to interpret it the way that they want to, that makes sense to them, that's potent to them in their life currently, and not about me imposing a certain way of viewing it, or like it has to be this way, like this is your experience, or even alluding to it sometimes, that might even feel intruding to some people. So, how can I be more mindful, not only in the words that are used, but in the way that I'm creating, even in the intentions that are put into it, to create a space so that others can feel invited, so they can come in as far as they want into the piece. Maybe it's not like they want to be super intimate with it immediately. Maybe it feels very standoffish, and they need a little bit of time to warm up to. I don't know, but to respect that, and how can I do that in a visual sense, or in creative sense. Something that I've been kind of toying with. As you can tell, I think a lot when I'm doing other things. So all this kind of goes into the artwork. Question: do I listen to podcasts? I do. Not a lot, but I do listen to podcasts, and I love them. They're really great. Yeah, I love podcasts. Do you have one that you recommend? I love to hear. Okay, so someone said that they wanted to pick my lipstick for today, so I'm gonna share with you the different colors that I have, and then feel free to pick. Oh, hold on a sec. Definitely language, dialect too hard for me to understand if I speak academic English when talking about this street English. Yeah, I know it's true. Yes, Walter, totally agree with that too. Language is such an interesting thing, and you know what? It's really interesting because a lot of times I work very intuitively, and I connect with people or connect with other things on an energetic level that's sometimes beyond language. And I sometimes, or a lot of times, I run into this disconnect where the thing that I'm sensing with the other person or with the situation, once I start to say it or explain it, it's almost as if that essence is lost, or that, do you know what I mean? That substance that you're feeling. Like, so a good example that I love sharing with people that they get immediately is like love. When you fall for someone and you're trying to explain to your friend like why you love that person, and your friend is like, huh? And you're like, do you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. It's just like, um, Invisibilia. Ooh, I'll have to listen to that, Walter. Thanks. Yeah, but it's like this really delicate, almost like, how do I describe it? It's so sensitive, and it's so deep and intricate in detail, this feeling. And then because words, you try to contextualize it, you're not able to fully kind of bring together what you're trying to explain, that essence. And so um yeah, language is so interesting. It's something that we need to communicate, but at the same time, depending on how we use it, it can really lose a lot of its substance as well, or that moment that you're trying to capture. Um, yeah. Ooh, The Minimalist. Oh, I'll have to look into that too. Ooh, such great podcasts. Thank you. I'm gonna try these out. These are great. Um, okay, I went on a tangent there, but that was fun. So some of the lipstick colors that I have today. Oh, before I do that, if any of you are allergic, or you have a lot of food allergies, or in general sensitive to makeup, one lipstick company that I found that I really love is called Red Apple Lipstick. I don't know if you're familiar. Um, oh, thanks. Thanks, Walter. I appreciate it. But Red Apple Lipstick, they're really great. Not no real smell to them, and they're gluten free, soy free, dairy free. I mean, whatever free you want to call it. And it's one of the lipsticks that I've been able to wear again without any reaction. So if you're looking for makeup, um, and it's something that you have a lot of food allergies and stuff, definitely check it out. I think it's a really good company. Okay, so the lipstick colors today are, can you see it? This one is called Love My Kiss. Ooh. So there's that one. And then I have Brazilian, which is kind of like a peachish, I don't know what you would describe. It has a little shimmer to it, but it's like a peaches color. So there's Brazilian. And then I have Ballerina, just like this kind of mauve, darker pink color. I don't wear too much lipstick. For some reason, lately I've been trying, but I used to not be able to wear too much lipstick. I thought it didn't look too good on me, but it's about self-expression, right? So it's all good. Here's Mabel, which is a little bit more. Bye, Walter. Thanks for joining. And then last one, oh, this is not it. Where did the other one go? Oh, maybe it's not here. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think I should go for a everyday pink, which is the my love, my kiss? Oops, sorry. What is it? Love my kiss? Do you think I should go for the peach, which is the Brazilian? Do you think I should go for ballerina, which is like the darker pink? Or should I go for Mabel, which is has a little bit of a purple hue on it? What do you guys think? First one. I gotta vote for the first one. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Love My Kiss? That's the first one. Love My Kiss. I got 2 Love My Kisses. Okay. Agree. All right. The peachy one. Brazilian. Oh, I have 1 for Brazilian, 2 for Love My Kiss. Anybody else? Anybody else? The first one. Oh, I got 3 for the first one. 3 for the first one. This is fun. It's like makeup for real time, or makeup in real time. Okay. So here's Love My Kiss. I'm going to put it on. I can show you guys what it looks like. Now I'm doing like a YouTube makeup channel thing. Just kidding. The darker pink. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me bring that one out again. Okay, so now it's between the darker pink or the everyday pink, which is the Love My Kiss. So Love My Kiss or Ballerina. What do you guys think? Oh, man. You know, the funny thing is I put on lipstick and then 5 minutes later it's gone because I eat it. I'm like drinking water, and I'm not one of those people that are YouTube makeup, I know. I'm not one of those people that are really good with keeping oh yeah, I can do it, sure. Keeping my lipstick on my lips, so yeah, I'm always like, where did it go? Okay, so I don't know if you can see. So the top one is the darker pink, and the bottom one is the lighter pink. What do you guys think? The top one is the Ballerina, and the bottom one is the Love My Kiss. How pink you want to look like? Ooh, that's a good one. It looks like the Love My Kiss is a little bit more transparent, and the Ballerina is a little bit more opaque. So I think that one will probably make it look more pinker. Ballerina. Oh, interesting. You guys want to see again? Top one is Ballerina, and the bottom one is the Kiss one. Love My Kiss. What do you guys think? Which one should I go for today? The lighter pink. Ah, lighter pink La. Okay. Okay, La. Are you from Singapore? Are you from Singapore? My husband and his family are from Singapore, so I have family there. I love Singapore. I miss going there. I haven't been there in a while. My mom has this lighter one. Okay, I'm going for the lighter one, guys. Thank you for your votes. I'll show you how it looks too. So my yala, I love it. Oh, I miss Singapore so much. Oh, I want to go back. Hopefully soon. I miss the ice. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Please excuse me. Ice kacang. Ice kacang. Oh, Happy New Year to you too. Happy Chinese New Year. Yeah, I miss the ice kacang, and I have this thing about mochi. Oh, I love mochi. So good. So much good stuff in Singapore. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on, and I can show you guys what it looks like. If you're interested in this lipstick, again, red apple lipstick. If you have a lot of food allergies, check them out. Super good. Okay, it's going on. I kind of have darker skin. It's a little bit of an orangey yellowish skin tone. So this is what it looks like on me. So this is Love My Kiss. Does it look really pink? I think it looks all right. All right, I'm gonna take this with me today. Okay, so that's my usual thinking while I'm doing makeup routine. And then before I go out, I always do a spray of this. I kind of introduced it before, but it's so good. For those of you who are sensitive to energies, or you tend to get drained around people, or or you want some kind of protection, aura protection, this is amazing. It smells really good too. I don't wear perfume, so this is kind of like my elixir that I wear. It's called Aura Cleanser by Botanical Alchemy. Really good stuff. So all you do is you kind of shake it, and then you spray it. I usually do a spray per chakra, but you can do it however you like, whatever makes sense to you. Oh, it feels so good. Every time I do this, it's like, whoosh, feels so good. I could feel my energy grounding. It's really immediate, actually. It's actually really, really good. So yes, I would recommend this. Yeah, I know, it's so good. I carry one in my bag with me too. Anytime I get a little a little bit too much happening around me energetically. I have to kind of calm down. And then great marketing. I know they should pay me. No, just kidding. I'm no. I totally support. It's a gentleman that does it by himself. I think he makes these amazing elixirs by himself, and he also has flower essences, kind of like Bach essences. But I use them as well, and they're really good. They're honestly they're all really good um concoctions. So definitely check it out. It's really great. I love sharing and supporting individuals and companies that create things that I truly believe in. I don't use a lot of products, but I like to support the companies that do make good stuff because I want them to stay in business so I can keep using them too. Helping one another, supporting one another. Okay, sorry. Um, and then the other thing I carry around with me is lately it's been quartz crystal in my pocket. The left side is for your spiritual body, the right side is for your physical body. So right now, oh, nice. So yeah, so you want to, if you're into crystals, I would say definitely, help to boost your energy. Carrying one is really great. This one is actually from the Himalayan mountains, but also Arkansas crystals, quartz crystals are really good energy. How old am I? I'm 36. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm 36. um, so yeah, so definitely it's been helping a lot. I usually carry crystals with me depending on how I'm feeling that day. So right now I'm really working on my energy body, so I'm going to carry it on my left side. But for those of you who might be having some physical ailments or something going on with your physical body, carry it on your right side, right pocket, right breast pocket, wherever you want to put it. Panty, wherever you feel comfortable. A lot of times, if it's against the skin, it actually works really well. Not all crystals are good for on your direct body, but some crystals are. So I like to carry this one. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so make sure you check out, which crystal works for which symptoms on your body. It does make a difference. I actually feel really good carrying it. And different crystals, even if it's the same course crystal, depending on where it comes from, it actually resonates in a different vibration. So you might want to put it get different ones and see it, test it out. Is the left side of the energetic side for everybody? Yes. So the way that it works is, what was I gonna say? The right mind and the left side of your body is the spiritual side, or the more aura and energies in that side of the body. The left side of the brain and the right side of the body is more the physical body and the one that's grounded to the earth. So anytime you're doing energetic work and you're feeling a little bit off balance, if you take that into consideration, use some crystals or just even concentrating your energies on balancing the two, it really works to help to kind of keep things more in balance. Um, Energy vibrance all up and down my right side. Confusing. Oh, so and then also with energy body, it might not be like a direct translation. It could be something along the lines of your body is trying to communicate something with you, but it might not be so literal, like, okay, well, my shoulder is hurting, so therefore, it's a shoulder ache. It could be your body trying to explain to you that, the shoulders could be a combination of actually something physically going on and also emotionally. Like people who have shoulder issues, a lot of times, tend to carry a lot of responsibility and weight on their shoulder. That's why a lot of people talk about how, oh, my shoulders feel weighed down or I feel really heavy in my shoulders. It's because sometimes there's a sense of carrying the burden on our shoulders, and that's like a literal sense. So if you get shoulder pains a lot, you might be carrying a lot of stress there, or it could be energies from other people that you're carrying, other people's responsibilities and worries that you could be carrying it on your shoulders, and that's why you're getting a lot of shoulder aches. It might not actually be anything wrong with you physically. So, that's something that you can always look into as well. Why is my hi? I'm like trying to do a little bun thing here. It's not working. Let's see. Should I do a little? Should I put it all up? No, that's too cold. It's really cold today. I don't know where all of you are at, but it's really cold in LA. For LA terms. Sorry, I know. Some people are like, oh, it never gets cold in LA. I know. I'm a weenie when it comes to weather. I'm a very sensitive, so I can't do really cold and I can't do really hot without feeling uncomfortable. What is going on here? Okay, this is it. I might put it in a bun later, but for now, I'm gonna keep it down. Okay, so thank you for joining. It's something I just decided to do impromptu. I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you some of the days. What's the word I'm looking for here? The behind the scenes or the day in and day out of what happens. Just because a lot of my artwork, I will thank you. I'll come back. Because just a lot of my artwork is not so much literally in the studio painting, but there's a lot of other things that happen before I go in, and it's all part of the process, and it's all very important to me. So I want to be able to share with all of you, and in hopes that you'll feel more connected to what's being created, and yeah, I think it's important. Connection is really important. I'll be back on again, and I'm gonna try this again. We're just gonna keep it nice and easy, and very impromptu. And hopefully, you'll let me know what you think about this. I love to hear your thoughts. Anything that you want to hear about, I'm gonna probably start sharing more with you. So have a wonderful day, and oh, thank you so much. Thank you for all your love. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. And thank you. I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Sending you good energy. Remember to. I'm getting a message. Hold on a second. Remember to love one another for who we are, for all that we represent, to create the love space that we all yearn for, because it is the purest form of respect for one another. That is the message. I'm gonna have to listen to that one. I kind of forgot what I just said. So that's the message for today. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.